Hey guys, Kelly here from Go Laurel Highlands, and on today's Go Laurel Highlands Adventure Series, we are at Polymath Park and Treetops Restaurant, located in the Laurel Highlands, Westmoreland County to be exact. And today, we're going to have brunch at Treetops Restaurant in one of their dining pods. It's a fine dining experience, and I'm so excited. We're also going to check out 4 of the Wright homes, 2 by Wright's apprentice and 2 by Frank Lloyd Wright himself. You can take tours here, you can dine here, and you can also spend the night. It's definitely an experience to put on your bucket list. So come on, let's check things out and see what's on today's adventure.
Good morning,
How
Kelly.
are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, I'm so excited to be here.
Oh, we're so happy to have you.
Thank
Welcome
you.
to Treetops.
It's absolutely stunning.
It is.
Yeah, it's beautiful. So I hear we have some food already for us.
Yes, so we are going to experience a brunch in the treehouse this
Okay.
morning. And if you guys want to follow me, we can go this way. You can do a brunch tour that operates on Saturdays and Sundays at 10 a.m. And then, so you eat from 10 to 11 and tour 2 of the Wright properties from 11 to 12. So if you're wanting to dine on a weekend, Fridays and Saturdays, I would say at least 45 days in advance. Any other day of the week, it's a bit easier to get in, but dinner tends to fill up first. So we call this our party pod because it seats up to 6 guests. This is the only treehouse that accommodates a party of that size. All of our other ones seat up to 4 guests.
Oh, wonderful.
Yes. All right, so welcome to your treehouse for this morning.
Oh my goodness. This is gorgeous.
It is.
Look at that breakfast. This is top notch right here. Look at that. Everything's homemade, right?
It is, yes. Everything is made in-house. We operate rain or shine. That is a common question. The tree houses are waterproof, and it's honestly a magical experience.
Is
if
it?
it's
In the rain?
So.
Probably romantic.
Yes, very much so. In addition to the treehouse dining pods, we also have dining in Treetops Restaurant.
And that's upstairs here.
It is, yes. So we have the dining room as well as the deck dining, and that is called our branch dining. So guests can choose from a 3-course dining experience or a 5-course dining experience.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi,
You're becoming
Tom.
one with nature here.
I am. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
So this is Tom. Tom is the mastermind and visionary behind Polymath Park.
All the crazy things in my mind. You just walk through them pretty much.
We just walked through them, yeah.
So whenever we were creating the space for the restaurant, this is only a small area, so I wanted to create intimacy, which I designed these chairs to kind of create your own little private booth area. So when you sit there, you kind of feel like you're taken away and you have your own little private space.
And when you say you created, you actually built these, correct?
Yes, designed them, built them. Yeah, the first 6 were a lot of fun. The last 40 some weren't so much fun, I can tell you.
I can imagine.
Definitely.
I can imagine.
Became a chore more than anything.
So how many people can you seat indoors?
It depends. It can do configurations of between 30 to 40.
And so what about upstairs?
That was our bedrooms area, and now it's all this office space and
It's beautiful office space.
little break room for our employees, that kind of thing.
There are 4 Wright-inspired homes on the property. 2 are from Frank Lloyd Wright, and 2 are from his apprentice, correct?
So they're exactly. So 2 authentic Wright designs, which we relocated, one from near Chicago, one from Minnesota.
Which has to be a really crazy story.
Oh yeah, it's a whole different side of life, right? This is cake, you're the restaurant, which is how the restaurant evolved though, because once we acquired the park and raised the Duncan House and we opened for lodging, our guests wanted a better culinary experience locally. So we actually began chefing out of our own house while living here and preparing the meals and taking them back to the overnight guests.
Oh my goodness.
I think once you come here, you're going to feel different. You're going to find yourself again. That's kind of, and we're here to inspire, make you feel like you're part of something, because this whole space was never to be commercialized. It's more, I call it, we're more personal than commercial.
Yeah, it's more of an experience.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So we're here with Robert. He's going to be our tour guide today. Robert, how long is today's tour? We're doing a 4-house tour today, correct?
Yes, we will be seeing all 4 homes on the property, both by Peter Bernston and the 2 by Frank Lloyd Wright. And then that one, this tour tends to last about 2 hours, and that's our complete collection.
Wonderful. And just so all of the viewers know, we shuttle from place to place. How far are the properties?
They're not too far from each other. They're actually within walking distance, but enough distance between them that they actually maintain privacy. There's enough forest in between each of the locations, and each one sits on its own little plot, and it's like...
And we get to ride on a bus then?
Absolutely,
Fabulous.
yeah.
Well, let's go.
All right, sounds good.
So Robert, this is the Blum home, and this is Peter's.
This is Peter Bernston's design. This was the first one that he designed and built back here on the property, completed in 1963 for the Blum family out of Pittsburgh.
And Peter was Wright's apprentice.
He was.
How many years?
He was a student at Taliesin for a number of years. That's actually where he met Cornelia Brierly. She was actually a Pittsburgh native who was one of Wright's very first apprentices at Taliesin. And they married out there, moved back to the Pittsburgh area. And he set up his studio and started designing in the area. And the Balter and Blum families, after buying this property, were looking for an architect, and they approached him, and he was more than happy to take on the project.
That's spectacular. Look at this. This is gorgeous. So where are we now?
Now this is the second home that was designed by Peter Bernston, and this was built for the Balter family, completed in 1965 here on the property. Same materials that we saw up at the Blum house, but just a completely different setting and a very different layout. So we'll head in here, we'll turn right into the living space, and that's where I will continue.
It's interesting to see the differences,
Huge
right off
difference.
the bat, right?
Absolutely. The other one, it sat out in a clearing, a nice open space. Here we're fully ensconced in the forest. And with this home, where it's built here, right on this grade, when you look out with that change in height, even though the home isn't that far off the ground, if at all, it's looking like as if though you're inside a tree house.
Yes.
When you look out, you feel like you're a lot higher up than you actually are.
Now this is the Duncan House.
This is the Duncan House.
And this was originally in Illinois.
Lisle, Illinois, yeah. And this was the first one that was relocated to be saved at the property. And Tom fully rebuilt it, and this is the one that started it all. Basically, after this was completed, it was opened along with the Balter and Blum homes for overnight lodging, and tours were just on the weekends at the time. And then as the years went on and the restaurant opened, and then of course now instead of just 1 day a week, it's 6 days a week for tours.
This is so cool.
Yeah, nice, very open space.
Yes.
All right, and as you can see here, much more open area, a lot more space to move around, and this was a project later in Wright's life where he was trying to appeal to a broader audience, I guess, with as far as a home that could be built in the suburbs. And here we have a collection of furniture that...
I love the furniture.
Yeah, it's
gorgeous.
Definitely from the era. You have your mid-century modern, some Wright-inspired pieces, and then of course pieces from collections that we know for a fact that the Duncans actually had.
This is kind of like the grand finale in a sense. So we're at Mantyla, did I say it right?
Mantyla, yeah.
Mantyla.
Yep. A finish for Of the Pine or Among the Pines.
And we are.
Yep. And this house was originally built in Cloquet, Minnesota, in the northern part of the state for the Lindholm family. And it was designed by Wright, and it was built in 1956. And this is our second Frank Lloyd Wright home that was relocated to this property to preserve. It was donated by the family to continue its legacy here.
Beautiful, it's breathtaking.
All block, and all the wood, Tidewater cypress, terracotta tile, and of course the trademark Cherokee red concrete floors.
Oh my gosh, it's gorgeous. Oh wow. This is the winner. Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
And this was a commission that he did for the family, and this was their own private design. And yeah.
Well, this was an incredible day. Thank you so much for this tour.
You're very welcome.
You are wonderful, and I will be back. That's all for our adventure series today. This is one of my favorite properties. We hope you will be back. The Laurel Highlands is waiting for you, as is Polymath Park. Just make your reservation now.